Hello, friends, and welcome back to another lesson. I am so happy to see you one more time. Well, today we are going to continue on the same kind of target as we were talking about last time, and that is literary elements. Now, last time we discussed the problem of the story. Remember that? Okay, well, today we are going to be actually talking about the solution. That's right. That's right. So, literary elements, solution. So, problem, solution, yes, or conflict resolution. That's right. Those two terms, they are, we can say, synonyms, right? Okay, well, let us go ahead and begin with our clear learning target. Okay, so our clear learning target for today is I can identify the solution in a story. Huh? Simple, right? Okay, let's go ahead and read it together. Let's go. One, two, three. I can identify the solution in a story. Very good. Okay, so last time we were talking about solution and I gave you a couple of pointers about that. We are going to do the same thing. Problem, we're going to do the same thing for the solution. Okay, so remember that a solution in a story is the way a problem is solved or worked out. Right. So a solution is the fix. So how was the problem fixed? Right. So if your car breaks, needs a new battery, how do you fix that? Well, you replace it. Right. Simple. So the solution is usually found near the end of the story. That's right. So here is a difference from problem. Remember last time we said that the problem is usually found at the beginning of the story. That's right. The solution is found at the end of the story. And we are going to use the same story map, okay? The only difference is that this time we are going to be adding a solution box to our story map. That's right. And then we have it complete. Not quite, but for the purpose of this lesson, we do. Okay, so we are going to go back to our lesson, the one that we studied last time. Do you remember it? Who were the characters? Yes, the house dog and the wolf. That's right. And do you remember the setting? Right outside the village or in the woods. Once upon a time. That's right. Okay. And what was the title of the story? You got it. The wolf and the house dog. That's it. Okay, so now that we did our preliminary, let's go ahead and begin reading the story one more time. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to read the story and I'm going to talk about it, trying to pinpoint the different solutions to the different problems that are arising in this story. Okay? Okay. So there was once a wolf who got very little to eat because the dogs of the village were so wide awake and watchful. He was really nothing but skin and bones, and it made him very downhearted to think of it. Okay, so here we have the characters, here we have the setting, and here we have the main problem in the story. Do you remember what was that main problem? That's true. The wolf was really hungry. Actually, he was dying from hunger. And also, we have this beautiful little word down here. Okay. Yes, that word downhearted means that he was a little bit depressed because he didn't have anything to eat. That's right. One night, this wolf happened to fall in with a fine, fat house dog who had wandered a little too far from home. The wolf would gladly have eaten him when then and there, but the house dog looked strong enough to leave his marks should he try it. So the wolf spoke very humbly to the dog, complimenting him on his fine appearance. Okay, friends, so here we have another problem that has come up, right? Remember that I said there are different problems in a story, and another problem here is that the wolf finds this dog and he's hungry, so he wants to eat the dog, right? So, but he can't, or he decides not to eat the dog because the dog is strong. Correct. Yes, the dog is strong, so the wolf decides not to eat it. So the solution for this that the wolf found another way, and he actually compliments the dog on his fine appearance. Appearance just means looks, okay, physical looks, physical appearance, right? So there we have as a minor problem solution. So let's keep reading. You can be as well fed as I am if you want to, replied the dog. Leave the woods. There you live miserably. Why? You have to fight hard for every bite you get. Follow my example and you will get along beautifully. What must I do? Asked the wolf. Hardly anything, answered the house dog. Chase people who carry canes, bark at beggars, and fawn on the people of the house. In return, you will get tidbits of every kind: chicken bones, choice bits of meat, sugar, cake, much more besides, not to speak of kind words and caresses. The wolf had such a beautiful vision of his coming happiness that he almost wept. But just then he noticed that the hair on the dog's neck was worn and the skin was chafed. What is that on your neck? Oh, nothing at all, replies the dog. What, nothing? Oh, just a trifle. But please tell me. Perhaps you see the mark of my collar to which my chain is fastened. What, a chain? Cried the wolf. Don't you go wherever you please? Not always, but what's the difference? Replies the dog. All the difference in the world. I don't care a rap for your feasts, and I wouldn't take all the tender young lambs in the world at that price. And away ran the wolf to the woods. Okay, friends, so here we have some other little problems and some other solutions, right? Now, there's also the solution here, which is really not a solution for the wolf hunger, but it's the solution that the wolf decided to take, right? So, did you notice that? It's right at the end. That's right. The wolf ran away. That's right. He went into the woods. The wolf decided that his freedom was more valuable than any feast or any ease that he could have in his life. So there you have it. Let's go back to our graphic organizer. So we're going to begin with the title like last time. Should be there already. And we have the characters and we have the setting and we have the problem, right? Now, the what's new this time is what? Well, that's right. It's the solution. And the solution is that the wolf opted for freedom. He decided that his freedom was more valuable than anything else in the world. And I do happen to agree with the wolf, right? Freedom is really, really important. Okay, so friends, we have arrived to our individual practice. We're going to go ahead and look at the same story that we looked at last time. Okay, so the story was mathematics, remember? Okay, so um, you're just going to go ahead and read the story again. And after you finish reading the story, you are going to go ahead and go back to your graphic organizer. And this time you're going to add a little box titled solution. So let's go ahead and review what you should already have on your story map. So the title was mathematics, remember? So that hasn't changed. And who are the characters in the story? Well, we only have one main character, although there are others mentioned, but mainly Mina is the main character, right? The grandma. That's right. And the story happens mostly in Mina's house. That's right. Now, what was the main problem in the story? So it was not really a problem, conflict, but so what was the main issue? Let's call it. That Mina did not learn things taught in school because she never went to school. Mina did not attend school, right? So we're going to see at that plus and minus kind of thing that goes on in the story. And what I need you to do is I need you to identify the solution in the story. I'm not going to give it to you. I know you were expecting me to, but no, I'm not giving it to you. I want you to go back, read the story with a brand new set of eyes, of course, mental eyes, and then um, try to pinpoint the solution in the story. Remember, sometimes the solution is not really a solution, just like the one with the wolf and the dog, right? Okay, so friends, with that, we have arrived at the end of another lesson. And I want to thank you for your attention, for being here with me. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.